Hi fairies, do you know what's fairly odd? A nearly 3 months break between videos. Do you know what else is odd? That's right, those parents. They also... a new wish. I don't know, I'm out of jokes already. The Fairly Odd Parents legacy is weird. Once Nickelodeon's second biggest cartoon, its constant on and off relation with the network and its fight against seasonal rot just made the show worse and worse. Its reputation was, and has been tarnished. So when the first episode of A New Wish leaked, when Nickelodeon announced the show, I had one big question. Why? Well, since the show premiered a few weeks ago, I officially got a 3-word answer for you. No Butch Hartman!
That's kind of a joke.
I may be getting ahead of myself. What is A New Wish even about? Well, it follows 10-year-old Hazel Wells struggling with the move to Philadelphia and her brother's move to college until she discovers her new neighbors, Cosmo and Wanda, are actually fairies who come out of a 10,000-year retirement to help her out. Now that premise may leave you with a few questions, some of which we don't really have the exact answers to, so let me just pretend I know what I'm talking about for a second. First off, the 10,000 years thing doesn't really matter as much as it seems, as Cosmo and Wanda also spent their time traveling through time and space, and one of Hazel's classmates is the relative to a kid Timmy's age, so really just take that tidbit as we are intentionally trying to remove this from the original, above this being a definitive decamillennium after the original series. Second off, what happened to Timmy? Is he this actor who's considerably doing well off, but I don't like him because he's ugly? Is he the janitor with the same model, or the school mascot that looks like him because man, the show loves using his design? Well, get this. I think he grew up. The show is still going, so they might bring him back somehow, but as it currently stands, Timmy growing up, losing his fairies, and turning out alright is so much better than the different endings found in the movies, Fairly Odd, and probably a few more from the original I can't remember right now. But I guess that leads to the biggest question I've seen surrounding the show. Why does Hazel deserve fairies? She just has to move where Timmy has an evil teacher, neglectful parents, and a crazy babysitter. I understand the complaint on the surface level, but I think it undermines some of the ideas behind Hazel as a character. She works because she's everything Timmy is not. Timmy's issues are mostly external, while Hazel's are internal. Her wishes often come down to trying to gain approval, whether it's by trying to make friends, impress said friends, or impress her family. That's not to say she's selfless or always justified in her desires, as she occasionally gets caught up in her own world, and as franchise tradition, the wishes don't always go right, but I think she's a very strong character that helps carry the survival into feeling fresh. Surprisingly enough, one of the other aspects keeping it fresh are the only returning characters, Cosmo and Wanda. They received a refresh of sorts, returning to form similar to their early season counterparts. They're more flirty with each other and loving, being able to work as a team instead of constantly bickering with each other. Wanda is less demanding and isn't always the one keeping things together, while Cosmo's signature stupidity comes from misguidedness rather than just complete buffoonery. It's such a nice change that at points I wish they were more involved within certain episodes. I like Hazel a lot, but I think they could have a better balance here. The rest of the cast is solid. For a reboot of a show that wasn't always the most inclusive, I like the diversity on display here. Notable for the show are Hazel Friend 1, Hazel Friend 2, who is non-binary and also looks like Timmy, please tell me I'm not crazy here, ASMR Kid, Dimmadome Relative, and the few teachers voiced by VAs from the original, which is nice. A lot of this series is just nice. The writing and humor that's a lot more subtle, nice. The world that evolves between episodes and feels consistent, nice. The performances, which are also refreshingly less loud, nice. And the animation, that's not just nice, that's outstanding. I know some would have liked it to just be 2D again, but with the amount of effort that went into every detail, I can't complain. It looks like a 2D cartoon in a lot of shots, while also being very well lit, genuinely well colored, and just a treat to look at. I do think Nickelodeon may be on too much of a CGI kick lately, but these projects looked like they could work in a sequel. Just 10 years ago, TV-based CGI toons used to look stiff, and now they're more impressive than some theatrical options. It's unreal to me, and I think Oddparents may be the best looking one yet. But in summary, because I'm sort of just rambling at this point, A New Wish is good. Great even. There's already more than enough Fairly Oddparents to suffice audiences for years upon years, but when a project like this puts itself in the hands of talented artists, and maybe even some original fans, I think it's well worth it. This show could go on for years, and I wouldn't mind. It's good. I enjoyed watching it. That's the review. Yeah. Okay, I can't resist. In episode 9, Trial and Hazel, Hazel makes a wish that causes her hair to come to life and teaches her a valuable lesson in hair care. In the very next episode, Hazel has a science fair that ultimately leads to the fabric of reality changing. You know what other show has episodes like that back to back? That's right, Moon Gourd, Devil Dinosaur Baby. It's now the blueprint, the icon, the one that lives in my head 24/7, and yes, I need a therapist.